Okay, so continuing from where we stopped, which is task A3, it says over here, Jayesh wants a chart that displays the original daily income and the revised daily income for the hotels in Sri Lanka. The chart must identify each hotel by name. Requirement number one, it should be fit for purpose, which means when you look at it, you should be able to understand it. And requirement number three, have a suitable title and axis labels. Okay, so we are supposed to create a chart that displays the original daily income and the revised daily income for the hotels in Sri Lanka. Okay, so be very properly understand the criteria. Okay, so remember, let me go back into normal view. Right now I'm in formula view. I'm going to go back into normal view, so I'm going to click on formulas and I'm going to say I don't want the formulas visible. Just click on this button again. Okay, once again the columns are all too small. I cannot be manually arranging each of them. Let me click over here and then just double click on one of the column widths and they will all auto adjust. Okay, now what I'm going to do is also you remember B, C, D were hidden. I have unhidden them. They are now properly visible. Remember, I only need to see Sri Lanka. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a filter for my data. Okay, I'm going to come to the location column and I'm going to put something called a filter. So I'm going to come to the home tab, sort and filter, and I'm going to tell I want a filter. And in this filter I'm going to say I don't want all the data visible, I want only Sri Lanka visible. So now you can see only Sri Lanka is visible over here. Then I tell my computer I need to display the original income versus the revised income for each hotel. So what is the data I need to select? Yes, I need the hotel name. I also need this income. So I'm going to press the control key. While holding on to the control key, I'm going to select this data. And then again, while holding on to the control key, I'm going to select the revised daily income. Okay, and then I'm supposed to create a chart. The question paper has not told me what type of a chart, so let me ask the computer what would be the best. Let's come to insert, recommended charts. The first one looks all right. I prefer the fourth one. This is a little more easier to understand. Okay, it's pretty much straightforward, and I click on OK. My chart has been created. Okay, now even though the chart has been created, you have to make it fit for purpose, which means you need to first put a proper title for it. So you can say revised income, sorry, you can say income before discount versus after discount for hotels in Sri Lanka. Okay, and let's make it look like a heading, like a title. Control B, Control U. Okay, and let's further go on, and don't forget the question paper also told us suitable title and axis labels. Okay, so let's click on this plus symbol and let's say we want the axis titles also visible. So this will be hotel name, and this is going to be income. Okay, excellent. If you want, you can make this bold. Control B, Control B. The question goes on to say create the chart as a separate worksheet. So I'm supposed to move this into a separate worksheet. How do I do it? Click on the blank area of the chart somewhere over here. It's a blank area. Okay, right click over here and say move chart to a new worksheet, to a new sheet, and say OK. So you can see now a separate worksheet has been created for the chart. Okay, then the question paper goes on to say enter task A3 your name, candidate number, and center number in the footer. So how do you do that? You come to insert, you come to header and footer, you say you want a custom footer, your name, your candidate number, and your center number. Is anything else? Task A3, I forgot about task A3. So task A3, your name, your candidate number, and your center number. Say OK. So right now obviously it's not visible. As you can see, it's not visible, but when you do go into print preview, you can see the footer is clearly visible. Okay, then the question paper goes on to say save the spreadsheet as task A3. So once again F12 will be ideal, task A3, and we click on save. And then the question paper goes on to say print the chart to fill one A4 sheet landscape. So let's press Ctrl P, and as you can see it's landscape orientation, and it's fitting the entire A4 paper. So you can go ahead and click on print. Okay, so with that we have come to the end of the spreadsheet activity. Next we move on to the second activity, which is with regard to presentation, Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so I hope things are going well. See you in activity number 2.